What's up, everybody? Snus and stuff. Back again. It's been months. I think it's been, oh god, I don't know, maybe 3 months since I did a video. Been real busy. Been working my ass off. Been trying to save up money. So, because I'm going back to school, I'm not taking out any loans. I'm not getting any government assistance. I'm paying for school by myself, so I've just been having to save and, you know, work my ass off. That, and I haven't really had much snus to talk about. I haven't been ordering much snus. I've mainly been buying my snus locally now because there's a store in my area that I can get snus from. I think I probably mentioned that in a video in the past. They have, I can get General Original Portions, General Mint. I think I can get General Wintergreen, I think they got there. I think, is there a General Wintergreen? I don't know, maybe I'm just thinking of General Mint. It's been a while. And they also sell Blue Ocean, which is cool. And so I've been really doing a lot of Blue Ocean because I can, like I said, I can get this stuff locally. I know I've done a video on Blue Ocean before. I just wanted to mention this, bring this up. I thought this is something very interesting. So these are the Blue Oceans that I get locally, and as you can tell, it's marked for U.S. sale because of the wonderful warning down there on the bottom and on the side right here. Yes, it's marked for U.S. sale, so this is Blue Ocean's export snus. It's actually a company down in Charlotte, North Carolina, which I guess distributes this for Blue Ocean. But Blue Ocean doesn't manufacture this, or rather, I'm sorry, AG Snus manufactures this. And I had back when I did my Blue Ocean video, when I talked about it, I had the portions which came from Sweden, you know, marked for Swedish sale. And I had a fellow mention to me on that video. He commented, he said that he got some Blue Ocean in his area, and he lives in the States, and the portions weren't blue, which I was like, that's strange. And immediately I said to myself, well, okay, the portions aren't blue. From what I understand, Blue Ocean or AG Snus didn't start using the blue portion material until fairly recently. So I'm thinking, okay, he must have got an older can, right? Well, this is the fucking interesting thing right here. These portions, they're not blue, they're white. I mean, they're white portions, but I'm talking about the portion material. It's not blue. Now that is very interesting to me. Why the Blue Ocean portions that you can get in Sweden are blue, but the ones that are distributed here are not? In my only explanation, the only thing I can make any sense of it around is that AG Snus are making their portions that they export here. They're not coloring them mainly because it probably cuts down on costs. That's mainly the biggest reason why I think they're doing that. The export version of Blue Ocean is not blue because they're trying to save on costs. That's what I think. But yeah, it was just something real interesting. I've been using a ton of this Blue Ocean. I love it. I really do. I think it's really good stuff. But yeah, what else has been going on? Like I said, I haven't been snoozing much. I haven't even been snuffing too much. I've recently got back into electronic cigarettes, or you know, your PVs, personal vaporizers, you know, shit like that. I recently got back into that. I had a real interesting first experience with electronic cigarettes back in probably the middle of 2010. I was still smoking at the time, and I decided to buy a electronic cigarette like starter pack from volcanoecigs.com. I got one of their little starter packs, and it was one of those mini batteries, the little 510 battery, and it had the little atomizer with the little cartridges you slip on top, and I wasn't impressed with it. I thought it was complete garbage. So I kind of just, used it up and set it aside, and I haven't touched it since, for a long time. And then maybe about a month ago I was going through stuff and I found it again, and I was like, oh yeah. And I had a bottle of e-liquid left over from an order I put in with them back during that time, and it was an expired bottle of this e-liquid. This stuff expired in like late 2010, so I was like, should I be using this stuff? So I did a little research, and I found out that it's not bad to use expired e-liquid. Just the nicotine might be diminished. So I ended up flying through that bottle because I was dripping the stuff, and it really ignited my interest again in electronic cigarettes. Yeah, I was dripping. I had a little USB pass-through I bought, so I had that plugged in, so I was getting the full 5 volts to the thing, and I was like, yeah, this is how you do it. And yeah, so I went out, I put an order in. I'll show you this little sucker right here. I've been using this a lot. I love this thing to death. I've been using this. This is a VV Nova right here. This isn't. I don't think this is a real VV Nova. When I got the box, it came in the VV Nova box, but it said GSV Core, which I don't know. That might be a knockoff or something. There's no markings on the tank that say VV Nova anywhere, like you would see in a normal one. This is, I'm assuming, based off the first version of the VV Nova, because as you can tell at the very end of the thing, on the positive connection, it kind of sticks out a little bit. That and the air holes are on the very base, you can see. So, but hey, I think I ordered this thing for like $10. But this thing is a fucking champ. I haven't had any problems with this thing. It's so cool, man. I got it running up to a little pass-through right here. I might get a mod or a nice battery or something. I don't know. I mainly just do this at home. This is just something I do at home. I don't even really care about taking it with me. But it's just a little USB pass-through. I think this is actually a 901 pass-through, and then I got a 901 to 510. I think I'm getting these names right as far as connections. So this is 901 to 510. Then I got another little 510 extension right here just to step it up a little bit. Yes, let me screw the sucker on. This thing isn't it isn't the prettiest thing. Like, I know a lot of folks, especially in the PV or electronic cigarette community, they're very big on aesthetics, and I mean, like, some folks are probably like, that's the ugliest thing I've ever seen in my life, but it gets the damn job done. It's a full 5 volts going into this thing, and that's all I care about. And I'm actually running the 2.4 ohm, the standard 2.4 ohm coil on this. I've rebuilt one to about 3 ohms. About 2.8 to 3 is probably the sweet spot for this 5 volt, I've come to realize. And that's a beauty about this thing. There's a ton of videos on this VV Nova. You can find them on YouTube. I'm not going to sit here and talk about the features and functions because you can find that everywhere. But the true beauty about this thing, in any coil or tank system or anything with a wick, you can rebuild the coils in this thing. So I got me a roll of what's that stuff called, Kanthal wire, that nickel chrome resistance wire. I've got me a roll of that stuff. I've got some wick, and that's all you need. You don't need to go out and buy new atomizers or cartomizers or anything like that. You just rebuild them yourself, and that's the beauty of this and any other type of tank system like this. And that's what I like about it. Yeah. Let's see here. I'm using this stuff. I got it from, I think, myvaporstore.com. This is this Turkish tobacco. This is it says high caliber. It's made in the U.S. This is a 50-50 blend. I'm actually pretty partial to the vegetable glycol glycerin. I like that real thick smoke you get from that stuff. But I like the PG too. I mean, I like them both. Okay, they both have good characteristics that kind of outweigh each other, sort of keep each other in check, you know. This is a 1.2% nicotine. This particular brand, they categorize their nicotine by a percentage rather than a milligram. So I think this is like maybe a low to medium, which is cool because I'm not a huge fan of the super high nicotine juices. I kind of just like to chill with it, you know. I'm not really doing it to get a huge buzz out of it. I just like doing it. So I'm going to fill it up a little bit. Yeah, this is the Turkish tobacco. It smells real good. It kind of smells, it's very interesting. The smell you get from it is almost like a patchouli or some sort of, I hate to say it, potpourri, but it kind of grows on you. At first I was kind of but it's good. And just let this soak a little bit. But this little VB Nova, man, this is very impressive. Extremely impressive. This thing puts out quite a bit of vapor. 2.4 ohms at 5 volts. No burnt hits, no dry hits, nothing. This thing performs very well for me. I really like it. Shit, what else? What else? Yeah, the Turkish blend. I haven't stopped talking about that. Like I said, it's kind of like a patchouli, potpourri type of smell. And when you exhale, on the exhale, it's sort of like a nutty honey, or a like a very nutty light caramel, maybe. That's what I get out of it. But this is pretty good liquid. I bought quite a few of them. Maybe I'll start talking about e-liquids. I don't know. This is good stuff. Snus has been kind of boring lately, you know. Northerner, I only order from the U.S. now. I've completely given up from ordering from Europe. You know, first and foremost, it costs too damn much for me to get anything shipped from overseas. SnusCentral.com, which is the main store that I would go to if I were to get an international order. I think standard UPS shipping from Sweden is like $30, and that's regardless of what you're buying. And I'm not spending that kind of money. And the shame of it is all the good flavors and all the good snus that you can get is overseas. Northerner, they got good stuff, but they don't have new stuff all the time like you can find over there. Like earlier in the year when Thunder came out with that orange, and I think Thunder came out with a couple different new flavors, and you know, I wanted to try them so bad. I still haven't tried Thunder Orange, or you know, I think there's a cool mint, and I think there's even that long cut wintergreen, which I was very impressed with the Thunder long cut. Even those, they still don't stock them in the U.S. warehouse, and I'm not gonna put in an order with Snus Central because of the cost of shipping. The only way I would put an order in from them overseas is if I was getting over $70 worth of stuff, and I'm not going to be buying that much snus anymore. I don't I just don't see the need for it no more. You know, buying all that snus. I know what I like. I know what I don't like. You know, there's plenty of other people here on YouTube who talk about new snoozes and can give you all the information you need with new snoozes, and you know, plus the laws over there right now, and the whole thing with the European Union. You know, pretty much telling people what they can and can't do with themselves. It's all sort of kind of, you know, depressing, and it just, I see no point in it. You know, if I'm going to be talking about things that only certain folks can get, it's, you know, doesn't make no sense to me. But yeah, electronic cigarettes are pretty cool, man. Personal vaporizers, they're not bad. It's very interesting. This has come a long way since I started doing it back in when I first tried it back in the middle of 2010. You know, it was kind of like, you know, whatever back then, I thought. But now, I mean, there's so much shit with electronic cigarettes. Like you got the mods, the variable voltages, and you got all sorts of different tanks and clearomizers, and you know, what are they called, phoenixes, and all these different fucking things. It's blows your mind. But yeah, this stuff, it's still pretty much legal in most parts of the world too. I know Great Britain, it's legal. I know over pretty much all over Europe, getting this stuff's legal. I think in certain countries over there in Europe, I think this is seen as like a medical device, and you need like a prescription to buy, you know, a nicotine-based, or I'm sorry, a vegetable glycerin, or a, you know, a PG-based, you know, nicotine suspension. You need like a doctor's, you know, note to get some shit like that. But you know, it's alright. It's cool, it's fun. But anyway, guys, you know, just a little update video. I wish I could tell you, you know, if I would be making more videos, but honestly, I don't know. I kind of, you know, at this point, if I feel like putting one up, I'll put one up. But you know, whatever, right? But until next time, keep snoozing, keep dipping, keep vaping, keep snuffing. You know, just keep doing what you do. All right.